Welcome back to another episode of the Bolton RTG career mode. Here we can kick things off by trying to loan out Simon to Galatasaray. We have 2 scout reports, but we'll come back to that. We sit 17th in the league. Last episode, we actually kicked it off with 2 wins against Plymouth and Cardiff City. I didn't play those 2 games. Can you see the games I did play? I played against Norwich, lost 2-0. I played against Watford, drew 1-1. Played against Southampton, lost 2-1. And in fact, we had the lead against Southampton, and then we lost the lead and went behind within 30 seconds of each other in real life time, in about 5 minutes real in game time. So yeah, we are still struggling playing the games. I'm heavily considering skipping the entire month of December, getting into the January transfer window, trying to find 1-2 maybe loan deals that can help improve this team. And also, to make things worse, Irakunda, broken toe injury, out for 3 months. So we might be without Irakunda, so Mendes Gomes have to come in for him, and Simon's going to leave hopefully in January. So yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. But kick things off here with a scout report, the first one of Spain, and it's looking horrific for the Spanish there. And then going over to homeland England, where it is also looking absolutely pathetic. We are going to go ahead and skip the December month here. I've made my mind up. I'm just waiting now to actually skip it as we win 2-1 against Sunderland. I'm waiting to see the thing that Simon has been loaned out, and then I'll just get to January from there. And Simon loan agreement with Nottingham Forest for a short term. That would honestly work out better. Short term, probably sell him in the summer for a little bit of money. Hull City, one of the top teams in the league. We are going to go in quick sim and win. Why? We can win simulations. The team is good enough to win our simulations. The team is good enough to get on paper with me playing. I'm just getting absolutely destroyed. And there we go. Simon loaned out for the rest of the season to Nottingham Forest. And we lose against Middlesbrough, but we win out against Stoke and Barnsley. And Ebru Adams has been injured, and he's out for another 3 months as well. So injury galore here. Alright, we have a couple of options here on the short list. I kind of went insane just listing a bunch of players in the different possessions I think we can improve on. Mumba hasn't been great, and these are the only 3 left backs, so Mumba might have to stay. But we do have Martha, who we could probably loan in. We could probably buy him as well. We have $2 million now in the budget. We have a couple of midfielder options here. One, I'm already working on a loan deal with Bergval to bring in for the rest of the season. We have somebody like Aribo. We have Bashuna, who we can actually promote, or not promote. We can approach to sign for a free contract. He is expiring now. He looks half decent, but I would want a midfielder now. And I think come next season, I don't think he'll be good enough. There's a possibility he could become good enough. It depends. We'll see what happens. We have David Klaassen, who we could bring in as a free agent, 31 years old at 76. He'll bring some experience into the team. That could be a great thing. Aribo, he tore it up against Southampton in that last game. Bellegarde, he would have to be a loan deal, and I don't know if he would come over to Bolton. But if we could manage to bring him on a loan deal, he'd be absolutely fantastic. We have Singh Ho, who would be a decent option also from Birmingham as well. We have Divine, who's another young cam that was loan listed from Tottenham. Singh goes for Sani Maeu. This one I'm more interested than Divine. I don't know if we need another cam. We don't need another cam in the team, but he could play right winger as well. His crossing isn't half bad. We have Caicedo, who could come in as a striker, but Charles is our backup striker right now. But this guy could come in. Look at the agility, 90 agility. His finishing isn't the best though, but neither is anybody else's at finishing. And other strikers we have is Ndai, who's a decent option, and then Parrott, who is a not so good option, honestly. And then we have Conte, who's also as a left winger, but I don't know about him. I think our focus is a center mid, trying to bring in Bergval on loan, maybe Klaassen as a free agent for this season, and bring in Bakuna as a free agent next season. I think that could be the deal, and then try and get Bellegarde as a loan deal. If we can get Bellegarde on loan, I'm going to loan out my other young midfielder in Lucas, and then bring in David Klaassen now, Bergval now, and then Bakuna next season. I think that could be the plan. Neil Mape is transfer listed from Everton. Would he come down to championship? Maybe not the caliber of Bolton, but he would come down to like a Wolves team. In all honesty, I believe he would. The only problem is we can't really afford him. 4.9 million value. We can't afford him there, unfortunately. This isn't Bergval. This is the this is midfield. This is Bellegarde. He actually accepted. He wanted to join us. So he'll go from a title-winning championship squad here at Wolves over to a mid-table struggling team at Bolton. Hopefully to change us and put us into a championship or into a playoff type of team. But Bellegarde will join us from Wolves for the season, for the rest of the season here. Welcome to the club. That means we can loan list our young midfielder, bring in David Clausen as a second option, and sign the other guy on a free agent for next season. A lot of moving parts in the midfield there, but this is hopefully going to work out for us. Welcome to the club, Bellegarde, our highest rated player ever in the team now. And Bergval, the other midfielder, the younger midfielder that I was looking at to bring in at the start of the season. I should have done it because he's grown already. He started at like a 70 this season. He's now up to 72, 73, and his value has jumped up a couple million. So 6 months for him as well. Welcome to the club. And before we get into any gameplay here, we have a scout report again. This time, starting off with Spain once more. We didn't get anybody last time out, and it's looking like the same thing again. So Spain is being a dud already. We got one more month for them. And then in England, it's gone real downhill. We had a couple of good options to start the season, but since then, it's been awful. And Bakuna will join the squad next season for free for $14,000 per week on his wages, a 3-year deal. Crucial rating. He's obviously will be crucial. By the time the end of the season, start next season, he's going to be the highest overall midfielder in the team. Obviously, Bellegarde, Bergval, all leaving the club, and Clausen might only be here for half a season. That's even if I bring him in. I might not bring in Clausen. Where is Clausen? I might not even bring in David Clausen because acceleration and sprint speed, but his strength or his stamina, his attack, he's a cam. He's not even a CM. He's a cam. I'm gonna keep out on him to the end of the month. And after that great month of December where I didn't play a single game, we are sitting outside the playoff spots by 3 points. With Wolves is sitting in first, clearing first place by 10 points to Southampton in second and Sheffield United in third. Some of the worst teams is Plymouth, Barnsley, and Birmingham. And we are going to start today's episode by playing against Coventry City. And to make things worse today as well, we have Chelsea in the FA Cup. So we'll play that game as well. So let's get into it. Lone Galore FC. We are going to go ahead and give the start to Bellegarde and Bergval. And hopefully, maybe start a winning run for myself as well. Obviously, who's not available then? Who's not available? Oh, Irakuna, that's fine. Obviously, Mendes, Gomes, and Williams, not the players we really want to be starting, but the players we have at the moment. So let's get into it. Mason Clark, Trafford with the save, and somebody was offside. Thank the Lord he hit the post as well. Haji right. Sakamoto, Avias trying to defend, but without giving a penalty, the shot goes side netting. Gets past multiple defenders. Haji right now in for O'Hare, and O'Hare will take the lead. They don't deserve it, but they'll get it. 1-0 for Coventry. Silva into O'Hare. O'Hare now. Avias did well there to stop that attack and mount anything. Williams up the field to Broha. Referee allowed to play on. You do not. We go on halftime. Down 1-0. Undeserved, honestly. It's been a very boring game. It's been a 0-0 game, in all honesty. Mason Clark to make it 2. It is 2-0. Mendes Gomes now on the left-hand side. Still with Mendes Gomes. Broha is there. Can we find him? We might be able to. We do find him, but his header's off target. Caden Clark will come on for Ethan. Bergval. Into Broha. Broha turns. Broha slots it in. It's 2-1. We cut the lead in half. O'Hare. Sakamoto. Haji right. And the 2-goal lead is back just like that. Free kick to end the game here unless it goes out for a corner. Sakamoto. It's actually Van Jelk. Sakamoto on the rebound. Oh my lord. That's actually a great finish from Sakamoto. But it's a 4-1 loss. I generally can't remember when the last time is I played a game with Bolton and actually won it. I've either been absolutely demolished or I drew 1-1-2-2. I went ahead and bit the bullet and brought in the old experienced man, David Clausen. The 31-year-old will join the squad on a year contract deal. We're going to look to sell him in the summer if we can, or just straight up release him. I'm kind of utilizing this as another loan deal, except for the fact that he's a permanent player in the team, and we are paying all of his wages, all 20,000 of his wages. He will join. He will probably end up being like a Cam type of player for Ethan and Wari, even though he is old and not that quick, but he'll be useful for sure. Watch, we're gonna quick sim this game. We're gonna win it here. Oh, we actually lose. I shouldn't be happy about losing, but I don't know what's going on. We lose 2-1. Caden Clark scores in the 87th minute as a consolation goal, and we bring in a Manchester City youngster. Possibly the last signing of this window, last loanee signing, I should say. So it's maybe not the last signing. Oscar Bob will join. We needed a new right winger to compete with Williams for the season, and possibly even Mendez Gomes while Eric Kunda is out injured. So Oscar Bob, welcome to the club. Time to take on Chelsea in the FA Cup. We expect another loss here, so this one I won't be too mad about losing and too frustrated about losing, because I expect to lose. Now, Broha is obviously a loanee player from Chelsea. I'm going to try my best if I can remember where these guys are loaned from or loaned out from. I'll try not play them against their parent club. So Broha is unavailable, which means Charles comes in as striker. Other than that, Oscar Bob is the other change at right winger instead of Williams. And a different formation too as well, and I got to do this again, but a different formation, a 4-3-3 attacking instead of 4-2-3-1, getting Bergval and Bellegarde up top a little bit more. Now the only problem is we don't have a backup striker, so yeah, we kind of have Mendez Gomes as our striker for today. This is going to be one of the games we win somehow, right? It is going to be one of the games we win. We'll see David Clausen at some point today. But here's Oscar Bob. He has some Premier League experience. Not the best, not the most. Cross comes in. That's cleared by a defender quickly. Bellegarde now into Ethan and Wari. Ethan and Wari. Ethan! And Petrovic with the save. I didn't look at Chelsea's lineup, but I'm assuming it's maybe a little rotated. Like a tiny bit. I wouldn't expect too much. Ethan and Wari on set corner. It's somebody on the strike. It's the second ball. That was a beautiful hit by, I think that was, no, it wasn't Ethan and Wari because he took the corner. Almost 1-0 for Chelsea. They take the lead. We had a bright start though. We had a bright start. We'll take that. We'll take any positives we can out of this game, in all honesty. We absolutely will. Oscar Bob, can you switch the field all the way over to Mendez Gomes? This was Eric Kunda, beautiful, but it was not bad for Mendez. Crossed in now. Charles can't get there. Bellegarde down to Bergval, and Bergval from distance in towards Charles. Charles down to Oscar, and Oscar Bob now in the box. Back post, maybe no. Ethan and Wari will come front post, and Ethan and Wari will have the leveler. We're going to the break, 1-1. We will go on halftime, 1-1 here against Chelsea in the FA Cup, somehow, someway. Nicholas Jackson, that's a great shot. It's a great save by Trafford, off guard. Caden Clark will come, not on for Ethan. Can I revert that? I don't want that to happen. It will happen. Danilo, Cole Palmer, that's going to be a penalty. I got to stop hitting circle in the box. I hit circle way too many times, and then I give away a penalty, and I'll complain. So I gotta stop doing that. Penalty. Cole Palmer versus Trafford. Cole Palmer will slot it away. 2-1 for Chelsea. I was literally just saying I don't want to replay, and we might not have one no more. Blocked by Avias, but it'll fall for Nicholas Jackson, and he'll find the back of the net, and that is that. We'll lose here against Chelsea as expected. Caden Clark will go out wide on the left-hand side. David Clausen will come on as a cam, and we'll say possibly goodbye to Lucas. Oh, no, we will not. Never mind, because he is not a good center mid, so we will not say goodbye to him. There are some positives that we can take away from this. Maybe. The fact that Ethan Warrior can still score, that's a good thing. He's still got a good head on him. It was a 45th minute halftime cheese and goal. Bergval and Bellegarde look decent in that midfield. Bergval a little bit shaky, obviously a little bit inexperienced, young. But other than that, not that bad of a game. Obviously, we're playing against a Premier League, a top Premier League side in Chelsea. Where if we played like this against Bolton, not against Bolton, against ourselves, if we played against this like Sunderland, QPR, we're probably winning the game in all honesty. We're at least getting a point. We will lose this game though to Chelsea, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We kind of expected it to happen, especially when I first seen them in the FA Cup. I kind of expected to actually get thrashed, but the fact that we got a 3-1 loss only, it's respectable. So we'll take it. And Liam Lucas has been loaned out to Leicester City. It says for 2 years, but it'll probably just be the rest of this season. We probably need him pretty much at the start of next season immediately. But for now, enjoy your time at Leicester City. Hopefully you will grow. And that's actually how blah, blah, blah. And that's actually how we will end the episode. I know it doesn't look good. It wasn't good against Coventry and Bristol City. But some positives with that Chelsea game to hopefully take into now Derby and Middlesbrough in the rest of the season. Whether or not we're done with transfer business, I think we are. But it was loan galore in today's episode, trying to salvage this team as much as possible. But for now, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.